there was essentially an urgent mission that Michael McRobbie sent Steve Wallace out on to get essentially one of those flat panel globes with an illumination to show the progress of the sun over the day, and that might be viewed as the technical symbolic moment when the GlobalNOC was created. But it certainly, it really symbolized that they were really starting from scratch, and yet Michael and his team had a clear vision about what they wanted to accomplish.
So the goals for the GlobalNOC when we first began were fairly modest. We pulled in 3 staff members from another project, assigned them as a service desk. We'd pull in engineers to be on call.
We had to step up. We had to do the best job we could do, put a lot of effort into it, listen to people, try to ensure that we were delivering the services in the way that was supportive of users of the network. And I think that paid off.
I think one of the great ways that the GlobalNOC is a fit to Indiana University is when you look how it parallels our mission to the state, to the nation, and to the world.
If you think about the support we provide nationally and internationally for networks, we take the same people, the same processes, the same tools, and apply them to the iLight network in Indiana, supporting every university in the state.
We feel like the future for iLight is very bright now that we have the backbone fiber secured for the next 20 years. I think it's just unlimited, the possibilities that are available to schools in Indiana.
The partnership with the GlobalNOC has been really important to Internet2 almost since our founding.
When NOAA decided to build its own research network capability, really the GlobalNOC was the organization that NOAA turned to for technical expertise in building that network.
We've now gone through 4 versions of Internet2 networks, moving first from a 2.4 gigabit to a 10 gigabit, then to a 100 gigabit, and now to an 8 terabit network. And in each stage, Indiana's played a really important role, both in helping engineer the network and actually deploying the network technology around the country.
International networking will evolve, or has evolved, into international research and education support. And the role of the GlobalNOC will change as that happens.
When you think about advanced research networks, you often don't really grasp what that means, and just the volume of data coming off of these is amazing. Things like the large telescope down in Chile or the collider over in Europe.
For me, it's how science is done now. There's so few scientists can do science in sort of single principal investigator, 2 or 3 grad student groups anymore. It really is a team sport, and the network is essentially the playing field for that.
So one of the interesting things about the GlobalNOC is that we have about 100 employees, and 98 of them work in Indiana. And about half of those people were not here when we started.
One of the things that I'm most proud about that we've been able to accomplish is the level of talent and skill that we've been able to draw into the state of Indiana and into the GlobalNOC.
We think that the GlobalNOC has attracted some researchers to IU who are interested in network performance. What a better place to get close to that activity than a network that runs 20 networks.
I think the story of that being in Indiana is really a great one to tell, and it really speaks to the vision of President Michael McRobbie when he was in this job as Vice President for IT. He saw the opportunity, gathered the networking team, they had a conversation at a meeting in New York, and the rest is history, 15 years of the NOC in Indiana.